Before I start this video, I want us to hit that thumbs up button to get this video out into the algorithm, okay? And to let these fudders know that we're not playing around and that we are serious, okay? The thumbs up right now is very important because it gets the video further out into the algorithm and lets other individuals out there in different spaces see the content also, okay? If we're getting over 100 views, then our like should be near matching those amount of views. Okay, so the supporters that are looking for my content, don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you look at the video. Okay, so look, y'all. Of course, Saitama right now is down. Saitama right now is down in the 2026 range. Okay, but when you think about it, Bitcoin was kind of like at the 27 range like a day ago, just like a day and a half ago, and they're down all the way to the 24K range. Okay, now in my opinion, Saitama, should have already gained a zero, but they have not. Okay, they may gain a zero, who knows? But the thing is this: Saitama has this thing where they've always stayed ahead of the game. Okay, and we've seen that with the V1 version of the project also, and they're also just showing a fight in this down market. Now, at some point, Saitama has to move with the market. It's just the norm, okay? Because right now, there is so much that cryptos can do, especially in a heavy downtrended market. Okay, the thing is, we're in a heavy downtrended red market. And even for cryptos, right, there are hard fighters out there. Of course, at some point, a lot of those cryptos are going to start moving downward with the market also. But the good thing is that you have a lot of those cryptos out there, okay, that put up a fight, regardless if they're in the red. Some of those projects, okay, they are still showing fight. The thing is this: a lot of the investors out there, they just do not notice it. They do not notice it because they lump everything in with the red. They don't look at the numbers, and I know looking at the numbers can be a boring thing. And speaking of looking at things, y'all, we're actually going to look at a Twitter post from the developers, and we're also going to look at a comment from the developers, because this is a comment that a lot of individuals are making, and I'm going to break things down for you. Okay, but a lot of individuals, they lump all of the fighting projects in with the whole red. Okay, they don't see the fight that a lot of these projects are doing. Okay, but everything is still moving along smooth for this project right here. Okay, and the holders we're starting to gain more holders too. This would also be probably, that's the Twitter post I'm gonna break down for you. But when we look at the holders, okay, when we look at the holders, we were at 19K like a day ago. Okay, like a day ago we were at 19K. Now we're at 21K 600. Okay, it's just a matter of time before things start picking up. Look at the transactions. We're starting to get more transactions now. Can you believe that? We were at 23K transactions. Now we're at 25K in transactions. Can you believe that? Y'all have to look at the progress that's going on. Okay? We can't let the misunderstood situation outweigh the progress that's going on. Okay? So the holders are picking up. If we go back, of course, the volume is down, okay, because, you're still getting a lot of those paper hands out here that are still selling off. And the unfortunate thing is this: you have a lot of individuals, right, a lot of great investors out here that are also making selling decisions based off the FUD or misunderstanding, okay? So, like I said, y'all, a lot of the investors out here, you have to think for yourself. Now, let's look at this Twitter tweet right here that I had given you a sneak peek at. All right, so this is a updated Twitter post from Russ. So it says, "Hope everyone had a blessed weekend. we will look into we will look to hold an AMA later in the week. Okay, so this should actually be good right here. Okay, so y'all wanted some updates, y'all going to get some updates. It says to provide updates. They're going to hold an AMA to provide updates on SATA Pro, okay, because we already know that's most anticipated, V2 and more. So they're going to talk about the SATA Pro, they're going to talk about V2 and a whole bunch of other stuff. So look, I recommend this. Get y'all notepads out. Have y'all notepads out. Okay, it says the primary focus for now, of course, is to finish airdrops and ensure all centralized exchanges have received the proper token count. Busy weekend ahead. So like I said, y'all, the AMA is most anticipated. It should be some good info and some clarification coming into those AMAs. So look, me myself, I expect a big viewing for this AMA. I don't want to get on the AMA and see about only 500 viewers. Okay, go to YouTube. Okay, go to the official Saitama YouTube and tune into this AMA, because a lot of individuals, look, this is the crazy thing, right? A lot of the investors, right, who have been all reeled up and stuff and impatient and spreading those misunderstood messages about the project, they're not going to even tune into the AMA. Okay, they're going to be spreading FUD, okay, and spreading criticism across the internet, okay, about this project during the AMA, and they're not even going to know that the AMA is on. Okay, that's crazy. So everything that they're supposed to know, or that they want to know, that's going on about SATA Pro and Saitama V2 and all of that, they're going to miss it. Why? Because they're busy spreading misinformation, and they're busy consuming misinformation. You see how the domino effect is? Okay, and like they said, their primary focus is on the airdrops, and you see that. You see that with this right here. Look, individuals are still getting their airdrops. Can we see that? We're going to be at 22K probably by the end of the day, maybe. Okay, we're definitely going to be there by tomorrow. Okay, so they're making sure that a lot of these the airdrops are getting out, especially on the centralized exchanges, because we know that the centralized exchanges have been pushing Saitama to get at least start. Okay, the centralized exchange. Look, this is not what's going on with the flow of the airdrops is not bothering the centralized exchanges. They just want to get the flow of the new V2 token moving. Okay, and the reason why we're in a slow process also is because, look, they want to make sure that everybody's receiving their token count. They want to make sure that everybody's is receiving a proper token count. Okay, so like they said, busy week ahead, exciting times, and I believe that. Okay, busy week ahead means that they're doing the airdrops. They're probably also catering to things within SATA Pro. A lot of those catalysts out there within SATA Pro that's going to be activated. I cannot wait to see how that plays out. Okay, and it's going to be exciting times ahead, especially when everything takes off. So look, I was also looking at this tweet right here. So this tweet is from someone. Okay, it says was told a snapshot happened, so I waited for a day after migration started and dumped my V1. Okay, I don't know why he's dumping the V1, because the last thing we were supposed to do was wait. Okay, we were supposed to wait. You did not have to do anything. Okay, all you had to do was wait for the airdrop to come in. There is that dumping the V1 benefits nobody. It benefits nobody. All you're doing is losing value, because when you dump your tokens, your V1 tokens, okay, you're not going to get V2. Okay, so when the market recovers and the V2 of Saitama is going up, you're not getting it. You're not getting no value because you sold at a loss. Okay, you only take a loss when you sell at a loss. When your project is down, okay, it's just caught up in market fluctuation. All right, that's all it is. All right, and it said I had over $1 trillion V1 and I have not received my V2. It says I have not received my V2. Well, the thing is this: if you dump your V1, you're never going to receive your V2. And I'm only reading this post because this is the majority of a lot of posts I see. Okay, so if you dump your V1, you're not going to get your V2. Why? Because you do not have no trading collateral. They want your V1, okay, or they want you to have V1 in order to give you V2. Okay, you become privileged to get V2 if you hold V1. If you dump your V1, if they look at your wallet, okay, and they don't see V1, all right, they're not going to give you V2. All right, and one of the things that a lot of the critics are doing, let me tell you what a lot of the investors are doing. Investors are waiting to after the snapshot, okay, like this person did. They're waiting to after the snapshot, and then they're dumping their V1 to try to get some profit, hoping that they'll get the V2. All right, that's the strategy. They're waiting after the snapshot, dumping the V1, and because now that the developer team has the snapshot, they're thinking, well, they have my snapshot, now they're going to give me V2. All right, but the thing is this: it's a process, and for some reason, they still know, regardless of the snapshot, they still know if you've dumped or not. That way you do not get V2. So that way you've dumped after the snapshot and you're not getting V2. See, a lot of individuals are trying to be slick, but a lot of the developers still see this on the back end. It's crazy. So if a lot of you individuals out there are doing that move right there, stop doing it. You're just going to screw yourself all the way out of luck. All right, why dump your V1 for a couple $100 or $50 or so or whatever like that? Okay, and you're screwing yourself up because you're trying to be slick. Why? Okay, so it says you know, they've dumped their V2, and it says EtherScan does not show my transaction for my address. It's not showing your transaction because there is no value within V1. All right, the V1 value is low right now. Not only is the V1 value low, but EtherScan is more than likely not even tracking V1 anymore. That's why you do not see the transaction. V1 is old news. I really wish a lot of individuals would get off the whole V1 thing. There's nothing left in V1 that you can do. There's nothing. All right, individuals want to rush and put money into, you know, V1 and all of that. Hey, you put it into the newer project. All right. So, you know, he said, I would really like to have this sorted. How can they sort a tangled web that you've gotten yourself in? Okay. How can they, number one, they're not even paying attention to V1. How can they get you sorted out? How can they get a lot of you individuals who are doing this post? I'm not pointing specifically to this individual, but believe it or not, there are a great majority of investors that are doing this right here. The whole snapshot thing. All right, they're trying to dump out the snapshot so they can get their V2, but they're screwing themselves over. How can they sort you out when you've gotten yourself into a situation? You did this. They did not do this. No one said sell V2. I mean, sell your V1. All right. So, like I said, it's still in the process. If you've sold your V1, which I hope a lot of individuals have not, okay, you probably will not get V2 despite the snapshot. Okay, despite the snapshot, they're probably not going to give you V2. All right, so don't get screwed up. Okay, because we all know that a lot of individuals are selling based on the FUD. Okay, sell based on your own research. Okay, so I wanted to make this video, and remember, okay, every now will be history tomorrow. Okay, and you either have patience in this crypto investing space or lose in the end, and you do not want to be a loser. This is my video. I will catch you all on the up and up. Howdy.